perforated on the background music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Church of Debra. Hope y'all are all doing good. If you see me looking up, it's because I'm looking at the comments, reading what you girls are saying. I know I said before I had another setup, but I'm not sure if some of y'all were here when I told you I'm wearing my lovely North Korean wear. I was sanctioned by the North Korean government to bring on the pretty. And I told them that I would test out their new uniform, and I just want to say that so far I am Dictator Debbie, okay? All right, how is everybody doing, first and foremost? All right, let's see who's on here. Can y'all hear me okay, first and foremost? I think you can. We have Impeccable in the house, Fred in Hollywood in the house, Matt in the house, Aaron in the house. Hello, honey, it's been a while. Tommy in the house. Let's see, we've got Impeccable Meddy. We've got Sherry G in the house. We've got Rachel in the 208. We've got scrolling. Pricey Pranks, another wonderful YouTuber in the house. Fat in Hollywood. You know, instead of saying the same, person every once in a while, I'm just saying all the time. It's like it's a lot more people. Donnie in the house, Impeccable in the house, Price in the house, Impeccable in the house, Meddy S in the house, Meddy SQ in the house, Tommy with the 2 M's in the house, Impeccable L in the house, Impeccable LI in the house, Sherry GA in the house, Pricey Pranks in the house, Jeff in the house, Mars Bars in the house, so many girls in the house, Arlene's in the house. Jeff, I'm opening the Discord now, honey. Tyler in the house, Brent in the house, Eric in the house, Holly in the house, Fuller house, LMNOP, Jeff D in the house. Did I already say that? I can't remember. My mind is mush. All right, Dylan in the house. All right, everybody. Oh, somebody said one around my neighborhood. I asked if we had mayo for a water tobacco. Honey, there ain't enough mayonnaise in the house. Okay, I can understand why one would need to do that. Really would. All right. Pricey Pranks is in the doghouse. That's not good. All right, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button, that share button, and make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell. You know, the little bell that ring-a-ding-a-dingies. Well, you want to hit that? Like something in the back of your throat or whatever. You know, she says in that WAP song. God forbid. All right. So, my friends, we are going to take a look at something that I like how it does that. So we are going to take a look at something I talked about on the Twitch the other day, and I was like, well, I'm going to bring it up on the YouTube this Tuesday or Friday. Sorry, I hit the mic stand. Okay, my friends. As this, and I know this is New York Post, but they're the only ones that had the full video, okay? But there's other documentations, okay? You can Google it yourself. So, I'm sorry that I'm saying, pulling something from the New York Post. But they had the video that I was looking for. This gentleman had posted it on his TikTok or something. Not TikTok, Snapchat. I don't know. I don't do all that. And so I wanted to find the video. But anyway, so there's this guy, okay? And he is born in the UK, from my understanding. Yeah, okay. So basically, a British-born white influencer has had 18 plastic surgery procedures to look like a member of the K-pop band, the BTS, which is the worst name in my opinion because it reminds me of IBS, and I have that, and it's one of the worst things you could even name your band. But I did drive about 20 minutes down to the McDonald's about a month ago just so I could try that BTS meal. And it was not all it was wrapped up to be. Okay, it was a chicken nugget meal, okay, with a soda on the side, a medium fry, and 2 different sauces. Yes, 2 different sauces, and the sauces were not that great. Repeat, the sauces were horrible. They were like watered down, like Mom's Maybelline sauces you can get in the back alley of a Kroger. Okay, they give it away free, 99-cent markdown. But anyways, long story short, IBS is your drag name, Otto. Okay, honey, get it, honey. The meal was pathetic. I've had better meals, okay? Back when Oprah had her meal at the KFC, that was the good meal. Okay, they created something new for Oprah. It was grilled chicken. Never in the world has grilled chicken ever been grilled before Oprah decided to put it on KFC's menu, okay? And she gave everybody in the world no mumbo jumbo, okay? You printed that coupon and showed them girls at the KFC you got you a bucket, not a bucket, but a bag, maybe a bucket, half a bucket or something, cluck it, of baked chicken at the KFC, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You in the back, you got it. We all got it. Some of us even just took the thing you printed out. Maybe printed it, 20 or 30 times. You used it every other day. They didn't care. Listen, they're all getting paid. Okay, that's what happens when you have a workforce paid under minimum wage. Anyways, long story short, long-winded to get to the point, a bucket and a mop. I want you to take a look at this. Now, obviously, I believe in living your truth, but there is a line, honey, and the line, listen, if y'all came for Scarlett O'Hara Johnson, what is that girl's name that did the ghost in the the ghost in the scale? That's whenever time I get on the scale, that's a ghost in the scale. I tell my, rest in peace, Harold, my husband, he's dead, he's not with us anymore. Until I get on the scale, I'm overweight. I say it's a ghost in the scale. But no, ghost in the shell, okay? Ghost in the shell. They got all over her because they said she whitewashed the character or whatever, right? Asian face or whatever they call it. She didn't do the Asian face, but this is Asian face. This is not okay. It's one thing to wear. I don't believe in this mumbo jumbo. You can't wear stuff from other cultures, because it's a mountain pot in America. But when you were getting surgery to make your eyes appear something that's more towards another ray, there is a line. Listen. There's a line, okay? There is a line. There's a line. But anyways, I want to take a look at this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, y'all? So let's take a look at this video. After his 18 surgeries, he's waking up, probably high as a kite, after having his surgeries. Okay? Here we go.
안녕하세요. 저는 지민입니다. Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a...
What is funny is this person identifies with Koreans or whatever, and he thinks just looking like a Korean makes you a Korean. Honey, that's so far from the case. Talk about this is so beyond.
Lift as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years. Finally, I'm Korean. I can be myself. And I'm so happy. 안녕하세요. 지민입니다. 나는 한국 popstar. I am a new Korean popstar called Jimin. 안녕하세요. So happy with my new Korean eyes, my new Korean brow lift, my new Korean temple lift.
He's driving a Korean car, okay? Gotta give him credit. Gotta give him credit.
Everything Korean, guys. I now identify fully as Korean. I'm so happy I can live my life the way I want to live it, finally, after being trapped for so long.
Now, when a lot of people scream, like, appropriations and stuff, sometimes I don't agree with certain things. But, like, if there was ever a case study and, like, a hard fact appropriation, this would be it. This is appropriation. This is appropriation. If we could get this in the definition of appropriation, put this person in a book, this is appropriation. And then you have all these operations, and you don't even look good. Looking like a Korean pop star. Wow. Wow, honey, looking like a Burt Brittany. I'm sorry, but do better. I just do better. And the sad thing is, this gives just feast of feast. It's like a buffet to the alt-right to say, see, you let people transition from male to female to male. This is what'll happen. This is what'll happen. All that is. But it's just a hot mess. I mean, looking like something out of Harry Potter. I mean, this is nothing to be proud of. And how much money was spent? If someone wants to get surgery, say if this gentleman wanted to get surgery, if you weren't going around like saying you're trying to transform into Korean, if you just wanted to get some chinks, you wanted to look like, Madonna on a bad day or a good day, depends. Your business, have at it. But to sit here and tell the world that you got 18 surgeries to become a Korean pop star. No, like those pop star guys, like that BTS or IBS guys, they probably, it's a struggle to become, as world, as big as they are, right? It's a struggle for anybody to, like, do the pop star thing. And for this person to think he could just spend money on 18 surgeries and become Korean and he's instantly a pop star, no, sister, no, sister.
안녕하세요. 저는 지민입니다. Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally...
One more time. I just like this one part. It makes me fall out.
Guys, I have the eyes. Just had a brow lift as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years. Finally, I'm Korean. I can be myself. And I'm so happy. 안녕하세요. 지민입니다. 나는 한국 popstar.
I love how he throws in that pop star. Whatever he says, pop star. It gets me every time. This is so insane.
나는 한국 popstar. I am a new Korean pop star called Jimin. 안녕하세요. So happy with my new Korean eyes, my new Korean brow lift, my new Korean temple lift. Everything Korean, guys. I now identify fully as Korean. I'm so happy I can live my life the way I want to live it. Finally, after being trapped for so long.
I think the reason his teeth kind of look like a cheese grater is because he's getting veneers. And when you get veneers, girls, they take your teeth. And I've never had veneers. My teeth fell out when I was in my 50s. But when you get veneers, I do know they shave them down and then they cap them off. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's just tragic. It's just tragic. The good thing is you don't have to floss, literally. You can just blow on his tooth and you're flossing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mockery. This is something we would see. A lot of people would come for. Did anybody ever watch Summer Heights High? Chris Lilly, right? He would have caricatures of people, and I know some people would say, well, some of those were racist or whatever. But I think I understand what he was going for as a comedian. You were taking something, the utmost absurd aspects of someone, right, that are not true. They're stereotypes. And this is ultimately a Chris Lilly character, right? That it really is real. That the absurdity of it is real. That is what's so insane. It's like, they say like life imitates art, art influences life. I mean, it's just so insane. So insane. Oh my God, really, Dylan? That's horrible, honey. All right, y'all. Another one I want to take a look at is someone sent me this on the TikTok, in the Discord. Let me go to it. I can't remember if it was in the ideas page. Hold on, where was it? Okay, I'm not sure. Was it crepes? Or was it in the chit chat? Hold on, we're going to go up here, looking. All right, whoever's watching this, if you sent me this, just say you sent it, because I'm trying to look for it. I don't see it in the ideas page. But I do know Maddie said to make sure I played this. All right, so, whoop, I don't know why they did that yet. All right, so we're going to take a look at this TikTok, okay? Someone said this was me. What's going on, but I'm here for it.
He loves a big girl, 'cause she's warm and juicy and nice.
Wait a minute.
He loves a full girl, and he wants himself a slice. He loves a plus girl.
Get it, honey.
'Cause she's warm and loving and fun.
Good for them.
Large girl, it's heaven dreaming about her bum.
Oh, she wiped, because that would have got smelly.
She's hot, she's mellow, her lips shaped just like Jello.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. But you know, like one of those old school, you'd put your teas on this for a throwback to some of the old girls back in the 60s. Instead of coasters, we'd have like crochet stuff that you would set your hot drink on, or your cold drink. And it's like she's wearing an oven mitt. Get it, honey. So was this going to be a production, do you think, and it just never panned out? It's the big girls. And nice.
He loves the full girl, and he wants himself
a slice. Get a slice, Annie.
He loves the plus
She can't sing though. This would be a good song if she could carry a tune.
He loves a large girl. It's heaven dreaming about her buns. She's sweet, she's hot, she's mellow. Her hips shaped just like
Jello. Whoa.
He be
Good for her. That's from Poop Butt 1580. We'll have to check out some more of these videos. All right. Well, there is some drama of the week, and I wasn't going to cover this at first, but there is just so much drama. I said, well, I'd like to give my input on it, because my input's going to, it's going to vary normally. And I don't think Sarah's in the wrong for this. I really don't. I do understand maybe she should have been a little bit more forthcoming, because she does do a cooking channel. Maybe she should have wrote down what she thought the recipe would be. But there is some drama over on Sarah's channel, because apparently, and y'all know the comment section loves Sarah, and I love Sarah here. I wish her all well. She's a nice person. She's got a lot going on. Nobody ever helps her out. I think it's not right how people don't help Sarah out. They should be helping her in the kitchen, filming, editing, and all that stuff. So y'all know how I feel about it. And some of her recipes are hit and miss. Sometimes her recipes are really good. Sometimes, in my opinion, they're not. But I have made some of her recipes, the ones I like, and I think they're good. But Sarah is in some hot water right now, because apparently for a couple recipes she has been making, get this, Sarah has been making, this is what they're upset about now. If anything made the chat and her girls mad at her, this is what it is. She has been making packaged meal prep kits and not telling the girls that that's what she's been doing. Okay, so on this one she's doing a sesame's chicken recipe that is clearly from one of these meal prep services. Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Simply Sarah. Today on the show we're going to make a wonderful takeout meal, sesame chicken. So, there's a step you have to do first.
Okay, what's that?
You're going to need you some skillet. Heat it up with a little bit of oil. I shallow fry. And then you're going to take you some chicken breast. Cut it up into bite-sized pieces. Mine was 4 breasts. You're going to put that all in a bowl, your bite-sized pieces that you cut up. With an egg and salt and pepper. Mix it.
So it's clearly pretty obvious that was packaged chicken that was already pre-cooked for her, right? And she's trying to act like she cooked it.
And then pour you enough flour in there to coat. So everything's coated and you keep mixing everything. And then once your oil's heated up, you're going to put some chicken in here, batches at a time. I had to do 3 batches.
Okay.
Right out on both sides. The chicken pieces are not big, so they will cook quickly. And so that's the step we've done so far. So there's a little bit of oil left.
Somebody could at least answer the phone and help her out.
In my skillet.
Thank you, Betty, for going to get the phone.
Let's put our sauce in first.
All right. So one of the main ingredients to this recipe is obviously the sauce, right? The sesame, sauce that she's not showing on camera how to make, okay? Now, this is one of the most important parts of the recipe, the most complicated part of the recipe. She's not going to show you how to make it.
We're going to put our sauce in. And then in this sauce, we've got some Thai chili sauce, a couple tablespoons of ketchup, a couple tablespoons of honey, a little bit of fresh ginger and garlic. I gotta heat my skillet back up. Soy sauce.
Okay.
Let's see, sesame oil, because it is sesame chicken.
Obviously.
And then we're just going to heat this up.
Now, look at that sauce. That sauce is already thick. It's already been, where they add starches and stuff to it so it thickens it up. It's prepackaged sauce, honey.
And some cornstarch.
You don't add cornstarch before you cook it. I mean, Sarah, you know this. Honey, just say you're doing a review of a food service, item. It's no big deal. I don't know why she is acting like she made this sauce.
Skillet come back up to,
Now, watch how she's stirring this, okay, y'all?
heat. And it'll take just a minute, because it's going to thicken real quick.
It's already thick, Sarah.
Kind of cook this for a couple minutes to get our garlic and ginger, cooked a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes. And then the corn
So if you were making this sauce, you would saute your garlic and ginger first.
starch is going to help thicken it up. Now, you don't have to braid your chicken.
Watch this.
You can go ahead, if you don't want to do that part, just go ahead and cut your chicken up in bite-sized pieces. Put a little bit of oil down here, saute it till done, and then put your...
And I must say, Anna may say she's probably embarrassed that she's using a meal kit instead of cooking because she's busy all the time. You feel bad. There is nothing wrong using a meal kit. And actually, if anything, nobody has time right now anymore because everything's getting back to normal. All she has to do is just say, hey, I'm using a meal kit. I'm going to show you girls how I do mine and how I make it my own. And also, she reviews the meal kit. First and foremost, she would get a sponsorship, right? She could get a sponsorship where she's getting the meal kits free. She could review them, and she could make them her way, because that's one thing about Sarah's channel. If you think about branding, what we all know about Sarah's channel, and I think her brand is her way. She always says it, making it my way. She'll tell you in a second, we're doing it my way. And that's all she has to do. But for her to sit here and act like she is cooking this sauce and making this sauce from scratch when we're watching her pour sauce that is pre-made already in that pan, honey, come on now.
Sauce over. But normally at the restaurants, they have that coating on it. So it's your optional what you want to do.
Exactly. And it says HelloFresh keyword Sarah at checkout. Like, honey, make your coin, Sarah. Monetize, get it going, quit them other jobs, do this full time, honey. I'm telling you, have a cooking show in a heartbeat because you're talented, Sarah. You are talented. You've got a good personality. You got this.
My skillet was off.
So remember how she's been saying she was cooking the sauce? She never turned the oven on. Just now, she's turning the oven on. She's talking about how it's thickening up and all that, right? The oven was never on. She never turned. The stove was the stove was never on. Was never on.
Restaurants that have that coating on it, so it's your optional what you want to do. My skillet was off for a while, so just give it a minute. It's starting to bubble.
Sarah.
It's real simple.
I don't understand why Sarah just can't
They
say.
usually put ketchup
It's a
as
meal
for a color
kit.
component. I'm not sure.
That's like me going down to the McDonald's and doing a video, filming it, saying I made, here's the hamburger I made. It's kind of, no, Debbie, you didn't make that hamburger.
If it gives it much flavor, because there's very little
Thank you
in
for
it.
the likes, everybody. Thanks, David.
So the real flavor is coming from your sesame oil, your Thai
that's
chili
true.
sauce, and your
That's
Thai
true.
chili sauce is around your soy sauce and your hoisin and stuff like that. And your teriyaki sauce in the aisle. And then you got, of course, you got your garlic and your ginger. Now you don't have to put ginger in it. Some places don't. But I like the ginger.
I really wish somebody out there that is, you know, somebody that is in the YouTube community that is, you know, well known, not well, but you know, that knows this stuff, would contact Sarah and help her get this stuff together so she can quit all these other jobs. Like, seriously, y'all. Because it's just not fair on her that she does all this and does the recipes. Nobody helps her film. Nobody helps her edit. Nobody helps to tell her, you know, thumbnails. Nothing. It's really a shame.
It's starting to bubble. So now this is when we would count 2 or 3 minutes because we're starting to bubble now. And then once this is bubbled for about 2 or 3 minutes, then we're going to put our chicken in, put it all together, and then I'm going to put some toasted sesame seeds in here.
Thanks for joining the chat.
You gotta have some toasted sesame seeds if you're going to have sesame seed chicken.
Sarah, you do not toast the sesame seeds. Sit down, ma'am. Sit down. That's not true. Sarah, she is trying to sell this lie. She is really trying to sell it. Honey, you did not toast that.
Sesame chicken.
Well, that's nice of you, David.
Oh, the flavor's smelling through the house. Smells wonderful. And I finally minced my garlic and ginger.
Sarah.
And you see some of the chilies from the Thai chili sauce floating in here.
You did not mince that garlic and ginger. Somebody in a third world country did, so you could get a discount on that HelloFresh, honey.
Now you can get spicy or not as spicy in my grocery store Thai chili sauce.
Okay. Oh my God. No, she did not, David.
See, it's starting to thick. See?
Sarah, you were going to burn that pre-cooked sauce.
Just a tad.
You know, I've never seen her comment page lit up with, like, controversy, but last night I was laying down and I seen this in my feed and read them comments, and they were savage towards my girl. And I said, oh my God, I've never seen this before.
Gives it the shine and
oh, it's got the shine. It's psychic.
Like a little sweet taste, even though the chili sauce is sweet.
Like, okay. Okay, Sylvia and I say, I've been following you and enjoying your recipes for years now. I'm a little disappointed, though. It seems like you won't put in an effort that you, like you used to. You've made 2 meal plan dishes back to back. Your last video, the Fontina cheese and chicken is from Marley Spoon. People Google it. I wish you'd be honest with your supporters. Just say you were trying out meal plans. We'll still watch. Exactly. That's what I think.
You might want to double your sauce recipe.
I really think.
Some people like extra sauce to put on the rice.
Everybody's basically saying the same thing. She could actually do meal kit cooking videos and reviews. I think it would be legit. Just tell us it's a meal kit and which one. Even better, maybe she could add her own twist to them. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know? That's exactly what I'm saying.
And look, it's already
if that was a meal
kit,
kit, she should be up front about
turn
it.
it off.
Why would she put all the ingredients for the sauce in a blue bowl when she could just put it in the pan? I wonder if she did this to hide the sauce package from the meal kit. It wouldn't be a problem. Okay, I'm going to show you the biggest giveaway. I'm going to show you the biggest giveaway that this is from a meal kit, y'all. Get ready.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of more sesame seeds.
She's going to sprinkle a... Now, she just told us she toasted these sesame seeds. You remember that? She just told us moments ago she toasted these sesame seeds.
I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to get me some green onion out. That's what we're going to garnish with.
Oh, I love fresh green onion.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of more sesame seeds on top. Just get... And then some of my green onions in here.
Look at these fresh toasted sesame
A
seeds.
little bit more sesame
Look at this.
seeds on top.
Sarah, girl, you're showing the package.
And then get some of my green onions in here.
JJ says, wait a second. Could that hot dog meatloaf be from a meal kit? You never know. There's nothing wrong buying meal kits or eating, TV dinners or cooking, processed stuff if you want. You just be upfront about it, especially when you're this big on YouTube, because she is a star in the cooking world on YouTube.
And I'll give you a good close-up, but that's what we're having for dinner tonight, with some white rice and some steamed broccoli. That's all in this episode of Simply Sarah. See you next time.
Oh, wait a minute. What, fried bologna sandwich? Oh, listen. Oh, if who grew up poor, I remember bologna. Honey, I am not, never again. I'm sorry, listen. Sarah, more power to you if you enjoy this. What a video to follow up with. But I'd eat that stuff when I was growing up and we were drunk poor. Hell, if I'm ever eating it again, honey, I'll go on the street. I'll start before I eat no fried bologna.
Welcome to another episode of Simply Sarah. Today on the show, there was your request. Fried bologna sandwiches
Not here,
by
honey.
Chris. And Betty makes the best, so here we go.
Do you even need to oil the pan, especially when it's non-stick when you're frying bologna?
We got a skillet warmed up with a little splash of oil.
Listen, if you like bologna, eat it, okay? But I'm not going back to it, and especially no fried bologna. Can't do it. Oh my God, she is not taking a knife. She is taking a knife to a non-stick pan. And those are nice pans. Sarah's got some really nice pans. I talked about it before. Those are not cheap pans. Those are like $400 pans. She got them at Costco. I know the brand. And oh my God, I would have taken a slap to Betty.
Splash of oil.
Metal on Teflon, the movie, David says.
They're probably going to get
I ate them too when I was the child son, and I can't go back.
on to you for taking a knife to the skillet. It's my...
Oh, she's telling her. Betty, I'm about to get on to you for taking a knife to the skillet. Amen, baby. You tell her. Tell her, Sarah. Sarah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Sarah.
They're probably going to get on to you for taking a knife to the skillet.
Said what it is she don't want to tell Betty. She don't want her doing that to her skillet. But honey, you were the one pulling in the money. I would tell Betty in a heartbeat. Betty, you better back off with those knives.
It's my stuff. It's not yours.
Sarah, it is your stuff, but you're going to get it ruined, honey.
But you got to cut it, or
You can cut it on a cutting board.
a little bit inside, or you can cut a little bit out, like a little slit out on the outer edge, so it won't curl up
Get a chopstick. Use a chopstick, Betty, not a fork.
on you.
It likes to curl up. That now still wanting to.
What in the
And you
world?
just fry them to the color you want them to be. Some people like them black. Some people like a little bit of brown. I like them in between black and brown.
Oh my God.
But I like cheese on mine. So she's going to show you the trick.
Little trick for you girls that cook pork, if you do pork chops or anything on the stove. Constantly, every 2 minutes, flip the pork chop over back and forth when you're cooking, and it won't curl up because you'll get the proteins heated to the exact same heat on both sides, and they'll even out. More you know.
And I'll never remember
More you
that.
know.
How she puts cheese. and it melts it and it makes it super yummy. This is thin sliced bologna. So if I
those little bolognas are screaming.
If I had a thick sliced bologna, I would just use one piece. Of course, we're using our favorites is Cons in the house, but also
Is what in the house?
bologna, I would just use one piece. Of course, we're using our favorites is Cons in the house.
Yes, iron. And if you get you a cast iron, preheat it in the oven to 500, take it out and then sear it and just keep doing that every 2 minutes, you know, and then take it out like when it's at 130 temp. I know it's pork, but listen to me. And then put it on a plate with tinfoil over the chops and let it rest for 15 minutes. It'll bring it up the internal temperature to like 150, which is good for pork, or 160. It'll cook through. Make sure you test it though. And oh, it's the best chomp you can have, honey.
But I also like Cavalier. And there's also a German bologna that Walmart sells. I can't remember the name of it, but it's good too.
Oh, now she's going to get a spatula? Yeah, let's melt the spatula. I'm sure that's good with all the natural oils from that.
And I like a little bit of onion, mustard, and mayo on mine. Of course, you can put anything you want to on it. You want to put lettuce, tomato, and onion. Betty just likes hers with mustard and onion. Jamie will eat it anyway.
I'm like having flashbacks over here, living in a shack. Like, seriously, in Bonkerville, I'm just having... I just can't. I couldn't eat this. I just would have a time loop. I'd eat this and it's like I'd smoked a joint and I'm back in the day. I couldn't. No, ma'am, not here, honey. I'm not here for it. Make sure you hit that like that video, though, y'all girls.
You fix it. He gobbles with it.
I will sell an organ before I have to eat this again. Oh, I could smell like the mustard on the white bread. Oh my God. Not knowing if we were going to get the water turned off the next day.
Look, that bologna's talking to you.
No, it ain't. And if it's talking to somebody, you better call the cops. Oh, wrong button.
Sticking his tongue out.
Why is Betty describing it this way? Talking about sticking his tongue. That looks like a pork anus. I'm just being honest. And I bet he's going to talk about it sticking its tongue out.
Look, that bologna's talking to you.
Yeah, go on.
Now, something I will eat from my past, poverty lane, like I want to call it, back when I was severely financially challenged, is a red leek sausage with yellow mustard. I will eat that.
His tongue out at me. It wasn't
Sticking its tongue out at me.
Go on. Sticking his tongue out at me. It wasn't talking to him. Go on. Sticking his tongue out at me. It wasn't talking to him. Go on.
If a bologna slice is talking to you, seek help now. 1-800-BOLOGNA ain't talking to nobody.
Sticking his tongue out at me. It wasn't talking to him. How much browner you want there?
A little bit browner. A little bit browner.
I mean, at this rate, wouldn't it have been more efficient and probably less energy intense just to heat up a fry daddy and deep fry the bologna? I'm just saying. Well, she's flipping it. If you notice now, she is doing the right technique. She's flipping it on each side constantly so it doesn't seize up. Even though she did cut on it. But you see, it's not really,
We're smashing it down so it gets some good browning on it. You can either do that or not.
You don't have to do it.
You can be a flipper like we are.
And also, I don't know if I would use the Teflon, which listen, I have non-stick. But I mean, there's so much oil you're using. You might as well use, seriously, a stainless steel to cook this in, you know?
To keep flipping, or just wait till one side gets good and brown, or however you like it, and then flip it once.
I like to flip it when I'm baking.
I'm a flipper. And we like
No
to
problem,
mash.
David.
Well, bologna, if you mash it, it cracks all
Yeah.
around.
Oh, yes, yeah, but if you put those cuts, it'll help alleviate some of the stress on the protein in the meat. But I'm just saying, she's doing both techniques, but she could have not sliced it at all if she would have kept it even.
I like when the edges get all crispy. Look at the edges. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Okay, now we can put my cheese on.
They're going to fry the cheese.
It only works if you have the thin sauce bologna, because we're
Bye,
going to
honey.
sandwich
Bye,
it.
David. Thanks again, honey.
And of
for
course,
liking
we're
the
using
video.
classic, yellow American. You can use white, whatever, Kraft, whatever you
Cheddar,
want.
whatever.
Cheddar, whatever. Float your boat. Hot pepper. We've done hot pepper before. It's really good.
Oh, my God. It was $4? $4 for that bologna? Ew. It's
And then you put it like
expensive.
that.
Keto ready. It's keto ready.
Cheese and getting it all melty.
If you're going to do a bologna sandwich with cheese, this is the only way to do it.
Lord, let the Alzheimer's come, honey. I'm sorry, but I'm too old. I'm
That's what I
68
like.
years old.
These
I couldn't imagine eating that much and all them nitrates, honey. I'd feel like I'd be talking to my husband in the morning.
black spots on them. See 'em?
Okay.
Okay, look at that cheese is really melting.
Oh.
Then it goes on your bread.
Okay, put on the mayonnaise. Oh,
And she
girl.
scrapes the cheese off.
Girl, she getting it out.
Have you
Oh.
ever had fried cheese?
Oh, she threw that pan. She's going to scratch her
Betty
tongue.
absolutely loves fried cheese. We're going to have to do a video on fried cheese. Y'all probably going to freak out about that.
Fried cheese.
Some onion.
Oh, honey, them onions, that onion is way too young. Look at that. There is green inside that onion.
You can put anything you want.
Something ain't right with
Pickles,
those
what do you want?
onions.
Load it down.
There should not be a green stalk inside that onion. Something ain't right. Them onions were picked way too soon, honey. Looks like Matt Gates picked those onions. They're too young. Sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Matt Gates.
Don't like a burger, you go right ahead.
Yeah, you might as well grill the onions and the juices of the bologna.
And then a little bit of mayo.
You might as well
And
grill the
mustard.
bread. I do like that better than bouillon, the vegetarian vegan. It's really good. Andy says those are Neverland onions. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Frenches. Now, I do like Frenches, obviously. Do they have Frenches in other countries?
never used to
Anybody
do
that's
my
not in
cheese in
America,
between.
do y'all have
The
Frenches?
sauces. And Betty taught me this trick, and I haven't went back yet. It's so good.
What is the trick? Everybody knows about fried bologna, honey.
But I never used to do my cheese in between the sauces. And Betty taught me this trick, and I haven't went back yet. It's so good.
Betty taught you to put cheese on meat. Oh, riveting. Where's Barbara Walters now? Barbara Walters is coming out of retirement.
And that's why I get the thin sauce bologna so I can put my cheese in the middle between them two pieces.
Duke's has no sugar.
Did y'all grow up with fried bologna?
Yes, and I'm not going back, and I'm not trying to go back, honey.
Or tell me how your mama or your mama or your aunt did it.
She didn't put mayonnaise on both sides of
maybe
the
you put something on
bread.
yours
If you're
that we
going to
don't
use
put on.
mayonnaise,
I'm
put it on
kinda
both
curious.
sides. Oh my God, that's enough mayonnaise. Oh, that's too much. You're basically frosting the bread with mayonnaise. That is way too much mayonnaise. Baby, she just frosted that like, like it was a cupcake. Siren says it looks like icing. I can't. Listen, I like mayonnaise, but God darn it. It's like it's a fire. You're trying to put out a fire.
And there you have it. A yummy fried bologna sandwich. See you in the next episode of Sip with Sarah. Bye, everybody.
Oh, Sarah, you know what, though? That was good content, though. I give her that. But that's a throwback. That is a throwback. I'm not going back eating that. I'm just not. All right, let's watch the pre-made fontina and sage chicken with gravy that they're saying.
Hey, y'all, welcome.
So this one is a pre-made meal. Okay, I'm going to try this with my wife. Charlie Joy watching you cooking. This was okay, Claudette says this is a HelloFresh meal, and she is not being truthful. Julie Forever says, Sarah, those packets look awfully familiar. LOL.
Another episode of Simply Sarah. Today on the show, we're going to make some baked chicken with sage and fontina cheese. And then we're going to make
I like that pattern, though. I wonder what pattern that is. That's cute. I like that.
Chicken gravy.
I wouldn't mind having a dress out of that pattern.
So, what I have done so far is I went ahead and took some boneless, skinless chicken breast, put it in a saute pan with a little bit of olive oil, seasoned my chicken breast with onion powder, salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Brown on both sides. No, don't have to worry about the middle's not done or not. All the way, because we're going to finish this in the oven. So after
I hope you bring it up to temp in the oven though, because Sarah, if the chicken's not done and you're putting like cold stuff on it and stuff, Sarah, then that means that it's going to be in the danger zone inside that chicken, and the bacteria could start making babies and stuff. That's still dangerous, Sarah. Always cook your meat through, unless you're going to instantly like put hot ingredients on it, throw it in the oven, and get it up to temp quick, because that's kind of dangerous, honey.
On both sides, I put it in my casserole dish, 13 by 9, sprayed with a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some sage leaves.
Uh-oh, I hear a package opening.
And we're just going to pick some off, and then we're just going to lay it on our chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll cover it up with some
the sage looks good, doesn't it? Oh,
fontina cheese.
And yes, whole sage leaves. You know, like when they burn them. Sage this house. I could bet you this product, this HelloFresh guarantees that there'll be no demonic possessions in this meal kit because of the sage. This chicken is clean.
Fried sage. When you're browning up your chicken, if you want to, I had this lovely fresh sage, so this is what I'm going to do with it. How many big pieces we get? 3. So it smells so good. Oops, missed him. And one more. Alrighty. So we got our cute little sage. Now we're going to come with fontina cheese. This is what I had in the fridge to use up. You can put any kind of cheese. It is shredded. So we're going to sprinkle some of this over.
I hear another package.
Want a good amount of cheese. So, put it right here. Okay. Now we're going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees till it is finished cooked. The chicken's all the way cooked through. The cheese is bubbly and melty.
Okay.
So, that's going in.
God, I hope she
And
cooked
then
that
we're
chicken
going
up to 10.
Make some gravy.
Because if she's just putting it in the oven just to melt the cheese, that's not going to cook the inside of that chicken for a few minutes.
Okay, in the same skillet that I did my chicken in, I've got some mushrooms in here with a little bit of the olive oil fat ones that was left.
Oh, God. So why are you using metal on your non-stick?
And I'm just going to saute these a little bit. Now, these are like a special mushroom I found. I kind of wanted to try these out. I can't remember what these are called.
You don't remember because they were packaged. Probably says package 4. Package 4. They're package 4 mushrooms. Package 4 mushrooms from the Great Forest of Aisle 7. I think it's called the Hello Fresh Forest.
But you could saute button mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms you like, or leave the mushrooms out.
Oh my God. Joe Odd says they're shrooms. My God, I hope not. I hope them are not shrooms, Sarah. Y'all gonna be in for a wild ride. Holly says those are like Hello Fresh mushrooms. That's because they are.
For our, because we're using the bouillon paste.
You know, normally, anytime Sarah does any type of cooking video, she shows you, like, when she preps, because she'll get out in her little pole, you know, her lawnmower chopper, you know, that she uses. Like, Sarah does some hardcore prepping, because we always see it. You know, she'll make long videos because she preps a lot. That's why this is so bizarre. This is so bizarre. Yeah.
Okay, as soon as my mushrooms have been sauteed for at least about 5 minutes, I'm going to come with a little bit of flour.
Oh, my God. Whitney Houston special sauce. Rest in peace, Whitney.
And then we're just going to do this and
Oh, that sound.
mix it around and get all your raw flour
Sarah,
taste
you
out.
have all these gadgets. Get a wooden spoon, honey.
30 to 60 seconds. Because you don't want your gravy to taste like raw flour. You're going to cook your flour a little bit.
No, you're right, Siren. John. Hey, Lord. I will say this.
So I'm going to use 2 different kinds of...
Doesn't matter how much you spend on a pan, Sarah. And I know that brand. It's a really good brand. And it's expensive. And I know they say, oh, you can use it on anything because it's really thick Teflon coatings. But it's still, it's scratching. It's just, it's so thick. You're just scratching the top coat in your food. Please use wooden materials or plastics in that pan. I don't care what it says on the package.
Chicken things. We're going to use chicken broth, a little bit of it. It's the concentrated.
Pack it again. Why does all your chicken broth come in a package?
Where you add water to it. And then I'm going to use a little bit of roasted garlic.
Sarah, we could see that's the packet. This is so bizarre that she's acting like this is her recipe. Sarah, just admit that this is a packaged meal, honey, because you run a cooking channel. How could someone figure out what you're making and you're not even telling them? This is just insane. I feel like I'm in another universe.
And paste for my gravy. But you use what you have on hand. Let's get this around here a little bit like this, and then we're getting ready to pour our water in. Now
Roasted garlic, if you roast garlic, it doesn't come out of a package in a paste, honey. Just come on.
I'm not going to salt this yet. I'm also going to add...
Yeah, you can't assault it because it's already been assaulted. Okay.
a little bit of our sage leaves in also with this. So let me pick about 4... sage leaves in here.
Pricey.
Okay, now we're coming with your water.
So I think you're just supposed to garnish with that sage leaf. I don't know.
I'm just going to start whisking.
I feel like maybe you should have did the water before you did the flour.
We're going to put a little bit of pepper in here
After,
too.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
After we get this in here,
I'm so
need any salt. You know, your bouillon's usually salty, so we're going to wait for a minute.
Oh, that pan is just... I just feel the flakes just coming off and getting in the food. All that plastic.
And put me some pepper in here.
The only thing not from a package.
It'll thicken in just a minute.
Hello, Anderson, honey.
Oh, it really smells good. I smell the sage, chicken, and mushrooms. You can put a little bit of onion in here and saute your onion with your mushrooms.
Well, then why didn't you do that,
want.
Sarah? Why didn't you do that, Sarah? Because it wasn't in the package. Because it wasn't in the package.
So I'll give it just a minute.
Oh, my God. She is scratching. Oh, my God. I can't imagine how much plastic's going to be in this food.
Let me try it and see if you need salt. It'll thicken as it starts heating it up. Yes, we're okay on the salt. Nothing on the salt. Baby, get my heavy whipping cream out of the fridge. It's on the top shelf somewhere.
I feel like we need to have him say one thing for us.
And this stage is going to flavor our...
I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a
Korean
bowel as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years. Finally, I'm Korean. I can be myself, and I'm so happy. 안녕하세요. 지민입니다. 나는 한국 popstar. I am a new Korean pop star called Jimin. 안녕하세요. So happy with my new Korean eyes, my new Korean brow lift, my new Korean temple lift.
Sarah ain't having your Korean self. Stop the lies. Oh, wait a minute now. I think she decided to add that. She decided to add that.
This is going to be our sauce for our chicken. Or mashed potatoes, whatever they want to use it for. Let that warm back up.
Simon.
Okay, now get me a new spoon. I'm going to taste it one more time. Yeah, the salt's okay in it. No more, don't need no more pepper. or anything like that. And when you turn this off, as this cools a little bit, this will even thicken up even more.
Oh,
So
wonderful, Fat in
have
Hollywood.
this
Do y'all want, if we should do Baby Oopsie this weekend?
lovely sagey chicken mushroom gravy. Now I'm gonna have to come back with video part 2 so you can see the chicken.
Okay.
So I'll come back. And then
Alright.
you can see the
Let's take a look at it.
Hi everybody, welcome back for the chicken, the fontina and sage chicken with gravy. And turn
Oh my God, hold on. Clint says, "Hi Sarah. Me and my wife tried this and everything came out great. I grilled the chicken while she went out in the field to get some fresh herbs, but she didn't return after a long while. I was really relishing the absence of her nagging, but I needed the herbs, and I was getting hot-tempered with her. I went out looking. I went out looking and fantasized I would find her being eaten by a mountain lion or something. Hey, hey. I discovered her in a field jumping and hollering while a big swarm of wasps stung her all up. She had kicked up a wasp nest. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. I videoed it with my phone and it's hilarious. Hey, hey. Anyways, I got my fresh herbs and the dish was absolutely delicious.
turned out
Oh
really
God, I'm done.
I don't know if I can get you. Look
Oh,
how
God.
yummy that looks. I put it on the broiler too for a few minutes.
God, I hope that chicken's cooked inside because she
And of
said
course
she
we
put it in
got
the
our gravy
oven when it
back there.
wasn't.
So let's build a plate. Okay, we got our plate with our mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Let me get a
You might as well pour the gravy over the chicken.
piece of chicken out. Oh, look at that yummy chicken. And then we're
Oh
going to
my
add
God, that's
some
horrible,
of our
Dylan.
gravy.
Lord.
And you can put it over
Oh
your
my
chicken
God.
or your mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato, mashed
Whatever you
potato. A mashed potato, mashed potato.
And dig out a mushroom too. Out of gravy. That's what we're having tonight for dinner. Don't that look good?
Yeah, it looks actually kind of good. It does.
We've got our
Looks
mashed
good.
potatoes, a little bit of gravy,
Give it 5
Brussels
stars.
sprouts, and then our sage fontina chicken.
I just hope
baked
the chicken's
chicken.
done inside.
Let me know if you've ever tried this type of dish. This just came out of my head because I had sage, mushrooms, and some.
Sarah, you got to learn if you're going to lie right. This did not just come out of your head. This came out of a box. It came out of your mailbox.
Fontina cheese to use up. So this is how this dish was created. See you next episode.
Why is she lying like
Had
this?
sage, mushrooms, and some fontina cheese to use up. So this is how this dish was created. See you next episode. It's me, Sarah. Bye, everybody.
Oh my God. I don't understand why she is going this hardcore trying to lie that she made this. Oh my God. I just don't understand. Everybody think it looks so good. She never gave you the recipe. You know, it's just all prepackaged stuff. Nobody's questioning this one. Nobody's questioning it there. All right, let's take a look at this. Someone sent this to me. It's Girl Defined, and Trixie Mattel actually did a review of this. Trixie Mattel did a review. Anyway, she reacted to this, and I wanted to take a look at this.
Eyeshadow.
Wow, honey. Jeez Louise, honey. Too loud. Anyways, girl defined how to wear makeup in a God-honoring way.
It was like shiny pepper. That's all I wore. Just like purple eyeshadow. Like, wow, I'm not sure what I was thinking. So I'm sure you look back on some of your pictures when you're younger and think, wow, what was I doing? But I remember as I got a little bit older, we both went through this phase that we call.
Obviously, they don't trust their makeup that well because they uploaded the video in 360p at a really bad bit rate. So, you could be wearing, makeup you got out of like a dime store or something, out of like I don't know, maybe you went into like a grocery store and had a quarter and got it out of like one of those gumball machines. But my God.
The raccoon phase, where we thought that more eyeliner was better. Like, we thought as much as we could possibly get on our eyes, like, the better it would make us look. And so I remember one time we put so much on and we just thought like, wow, this is awesome, because we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to wear makeup. And we were at this.
Oh my God, are they on something? My God.
Get on our eyes.
Foundation made by Hellman's, Pricey says. They are peptide. They're talking about, are they high on Jesus? My God. Is Jesus, well, I don't want to say, but just, how do they spell their Jesus? Okay, does it start with a C, C-O-C, okay,
eyes, like, the better it would make us look. And so I remember one time we put so much.
Do they snort their Jesus on in a back alley?
And we just thought like, wow, this is awesome, because we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to wear makeup. And we were at this conference, and I remember this. We were talking to these girls, and their dad came over, and he was like being super sweet, and he's just kind of commented. Do you remember?
Obviously, these girls are not Mormon, because if you're Mormon, you cannot have caffeine. Okay.
Remember this? And he's like, hey girls, like, y'all are such.
Wait a minute, y'all, we gotta speed this up. I'm gonna, you know how I do my thing, faster.
Beautiful young women, but just like kind of a thought, like maybe if you wore less eyeliner, it would maybe enhance your natural features even more. And we were kind of like, what is this girl, like, really giving us makeup advice? Everything. Oh, like when you're young, you think you know it all. And so that was a very humbling experience. Well, because it was our makeup, it wasn't just like eyeliner. It was like, like it was like black. So thankfully we learned more isn't always better. And as we got older, we continued to learn and grow our understanding of makeup. And then we started asking, like, what does God think about makeup? What other wise godly women say about makeup? So we did a lot of research, and in this video, this is going to be down to earth fun at the end.
Let's slow them down and see how normal they sound if we slow them down, okay? Okay, let's slow them down.
We're even gonna share. We're gonna open up our makeup bags and just give you some of our favorite, like show you some of our favorite products that we love to use. So,
oh, they're a little tipsy now. This might be better.
We hope you find this practical and helpful as we talk about really how to wear makeup in a God-honoring way. So for me, when it comes to most things in life, I want like black and white answers. I'm very black and white, and I want to know what's right, what's wrong. Just tell me what to do.
This is the normal speed. Everybody make sure you hit that like button. There's 58 of you girls in the room. Hit that like button. But this is their normal speed. This is their normal speed, okay?
Do and I'll follow it. And when it comes to makeup, I kind of wanted the same thing, like wear you can wear lipstick but no eyeliner. Okay, great, I can do that. Just give me the guide and I will follow it. But when it comes to the Bible, there are certain things that the Bible is very clear about, like, okay, having sex before marriage. That is,
ma'am, this is a PG show, okay? PG-13, please.
It's a black and white.
Don't you dare. Don't you say it.
Answer. The Bible is very clear that
Maddie says the Bible covers makeup. Maddie said it's the book of Maybelline.
Sex should be safe through the marriage bed alone between one man and one woman. Like, there's no.
I'm guessing you're not for gay marriage.
Questions. And for me, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I can follow that. But then when it comes to something like physical boundaries in a relationship, the Bible, maybe in a dating relationship, the Bible isn't like, okay, you may, have 2 inches between you.
Some women's husbands only have 2 inches between them. Okay, let's just be honest. So maybe the Bible needs to write that up a little bit better. Okay.
One holding hand, and that's it. It's like, it doesn't give that. It gives you the wisdom and the principles, and you see the black and white of saving sex for marriage. But besides that,
why does she have a Ted Cruz nose? Sorry. But you know, like that nose you get if you're like going to be a witch, you know, for Halloween, and it always, you're like, oh, I'm going to actually get this prosthetic, put it on, it's going to look so good. And then, yeah, it doesn't work out that way, and it kind of melts down a little bit. You know what I'm talking about.
it's like, you know, you kind of have to dig deep and use the wisdom that it offers. And in a lot of ways that can be hard because you want the black and white sometimes.
Don't we all? Calming. Call me Will Smith.
And so when it comes to the area of makeup, what we have to do is we have to take what scripture says about it, and then when we have to use that to as wisdom to kind of guide us and to kind of make decisions.
What's the Bible say about those black nails? Because I'm pretty sure that's some work of the devil.
Using what the Bible says, not adding to it, but not taking away from it. You mean the Bible doesn't have it back with the maps, like a guide for makeup?
God, they're so loud.
Tutorial, like it doesn't have that in the back. I wish that would be nice, like the perfect pulling makeup or nothing, but it doesn't do that. But we're hoping to share with you one of the main verses that we've read on the topic of makeup. A lot, you know, the verse you've probably heard before. Kind of discuss it, what we believe it means, and then hopefully gain some wisdom from it. So there isn't one specific verse that talks directly about makeup, but there are a lot of verses that talk about our design as women, and then our
So it says, ma'am, this is a Wendy's, and they're giving me Chick-fil-A.
as Christians and how we can best honor God in our lives. So the verse that we've really looked at and that we're going to look at today really quickly comes from 1 Timothy 2.
So you're honoring God with makeup? I'm confused.
9 through 10. And this is something I'm sure you've all heard, but just listen up because the context is really interesting. It says,
can you honor God with makeup? I mean, you know, it's a question that needs to be answered.
So that women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel, with modesty and self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire.
Oh my God, she's got a braid. Both of them have braids in their hair. Both of these girls have braids in their hair, and they're throwing shade at the girls that have braids.
But what is proper for women who profess godliness with good works? And so you might think, okay, wait, is this verse saying we can't wear like pearls or costly attire? Like, what does this mean? But when you dig into the context of this verse and you get at the heart behind what is trying to be communicated in this passage, what we see is that this was
through your perspective, good Judy,
being written actually and directing towards the Christian women of that day, back in the day, in their culture, in their context. And what was happening is that there were a lot of women who would dress in ways, the pearls, the costly attire, that's referring to a lot of...
No women had pearls back then. Oh my God, nobody back in Jesus' day had some damn pearls. She better get it together.
The ungodly women of the day, really the temple prostitutes, would often dress in these kind of ways. And so essentially what this passage is saying and trying to communicate to even us as women today in our modern day is, hey, God's women, Christian women should dress and act and look a way that represents holiness, that represents purity, that represents...
So basically she wants you to dress up like a dagger. Okay.
Who are set in heart. Women who reflect God in a beautiful way, but do it in a way with purity and holiness and hearts of humility. And that's where it should start, in our hearts. And so we can take that context and say, okay, for today, our outward appearance, God cares about. More so he cares about our heart. And our hearts should, out of that, overflow how we dress, how we act. But it's so much more than makeup. It's makeup, it's clothes, it's everything about us. God wants us as women, as Christian women in this modern day and age, to dress, to act, to look in a way that reflects a heart of purity, holiness, and modesty. And so when talking about makeup, we believe...
Is she going to get to the point?
And we've come to the conclusion that there are ways, wherever you land, make sure that that's your heart's motive. So what is the heart of... do see in scripture is that God created women to be beautiful. When Eve came onto the scene, it's like, wow, everything is good now.
God created women to be beautiful? Okay, God, I'm going to need you to explain Sandra Bernhardt for me then. I'm just saying.
curves, just everything about us. And you see, like, even the world gets this in the culture. Who are they putting on the fronts of the magazines? It's these beautiful women to showcase their beauty, not in typically a God-honoring way, but we need to realize, like, we were created to be beautiful creatures. Yes, we are. That beauty is a good and wonderful thing. And I am, like, as girly girl as they come. Like, to the core, I am, like, sparkles and pink. And that's just the way, personally, Kristen's not as much that way, but we both love to enjoy the beauty that
she is so glitterful that when she got with her husband, the first night, glitter came out of her woo-ha. Okay. It was an explosion of glitter. It was like a hot pocket stuffed with glitter and unicorns. And it just blew up all in the room and floatly covered everything in the room. It was gorgeous. It was like one of those UK Christmas crackers, I'm telling you.
God gave to us. And with makeup, we kind of view it as like, well, we do live in a fallen world, and along with that,
a fallen world.
we get some really dark circles, we get some acne, some pimples. Does anyone still in our late 20s and now 30s pimples? What in the world? And so we view, just like deodorant, we use that to freshen up, or toothpaste.
I hope you're douching.
Freshen that breath, or whatever, lotions when we brush our hair.
She douches with glitter, okay? She uses 6 pounds of glitter douche, okay? She's getting it clean.
Our skin, we kind of view makeup for us in that same sort of way. So if we have dark circles, we might cover them. And honestly, we both just enjoy makeup, enjoy enhancing the beauty that God has given us. So that's kind of our view on it. And that's what we love. Just don't feel like your beauty is a bad thing, or like, oh, I can't enjoy the beauty the way that God designed me. Like, oh, I need to hide it, or this is a bad thing. Yes, and not even enhancing it is a bad thing. That, oh, well, if God gave us natural beauty, then we should just leave it. But I think he gave us natural beauty. But like you said, we live in a fallen world, so enhancing it even highlights that.
So because we live in a fallen world, we need to prep it up. Basically, you're saying you're like the old meat that Kroger sells that's about to go out of date. So what they do is they take spices and prep it up just to make it look good, even though it's a fallen world. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Amen. Amen, sister. Amen.
Highlight it even more. Yeah, it's fun. It's super, super fun. And so because we have so much fun in this area, we thought it would be really fun to show off some of our favorite products. Now, we are not makeup professionals or makeup pros, but we just want to share with you a few things that we use.
You're not? I would think you are.
Really fun to help us enhance our God-given beauty. We have been wanting to do this for a really
Siren says hashtag fallen world merch.
long time. We know a lot of people ask for makeup tutorials, and maybe we'll get to that someday. But for now, we thought it'd be fun just to show you some of the products, and we have a lot of really different products. So for me, I get really dark circles, like really dark circles. Like now, we're both very fair-skinned anyway, so when we have makeup on, like our faces kind of disappear. So what you use is going to vary based on your skin tone, your color, like how dark.
What's the Bible say about Apple Watches, honey, that you got? Okay, we're trying to read the Bible, honey. Let the Bible read you, okay?
What your features are. So because I get such dark circles, I use this stuff. It's going to be hard to see, but it's by MAC. It's Select Cover Up Concealer. This stuff is strong. So if you get dark circles and you want to cover those babies up so that you look somewhat awake each day, this stuff, I just kind of put it underneath and all around, really just these, the raccoon section, to make my face look alive. So this is one product I really like to use. And just so you know, we're not getting paid. This is not an advertisement of any way.
Oh yeah, you're not getting paid because none of these makeup brands would pay you. Okay, let's be honest. Let's just tell the truth, ladies.
Anything, it's just stuff that we enjoy using. So one of my favorite products is actually a newer product I started using this year, and I love it. My sister Susanna introduced it to me, but it's Clinique Foundation, and so it's Clinique Beyond Perfection Foundation Plus Concealer, 2-in-1, and I use the color
the MAGA white. She used this MAGA white.
0.5 breeze because my skin is very, very white. And so this is something, it's great. It is cheaper than like a MAC product, but it's not like a drugstore product necessarily, but it lasts forever. I've been using this for months and months, and I am just scraping it. I love that. I'm still using it. So Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation is a product that I really, really like. Since we both have such fair skin, we don't have a lot of color in our faces, and so something we both use and I love to use is bronzer. So just take a little brush, and once you're all done with your makeup, I just kind of put this on. I actually use this instead of blush. I know you do blush, but bronzer has revolutionized my life, and that really is like the finishing touch to make my face just come alive. So if you're fair skin, bronzer might be a great option for you. This is Too Faced. It's the chocolate, so they have like light, medium, and dark. This is, I think, like the medium. I'm not sure, but it's a chocolate Too Faced bronzer. It's a little more expensive,
but it's so good that they could use this because we live in a fallen world. Okay, just remember that fallen world. Jurassic Park Fallen World Edition, third movie.
It does last forever. It's a pretty high quality product, and I just got this brush at like a makeup store. Yeah, this is something that really helps me each day. And something I get asked on the regular on all our social media sites is about mascara. What mascara do I use? And so I've been
Siren says, are they filming in the light of the Lord because they are bright? Take that how you will.
I feel like I send that to someone every single day. Like, here's the mascara I use. But this is it. It's CoverGirl.
Mascara she uses. I was thinking she uses like a Pentex Vovaline 1235 motor oil.
Last volume in black. And this mascara I have been using for a while now, and it's better. I've tried expensive mascaras, and they just do not work for me. And so this is my go-to. This just works for my eyelashes. I love it. Sometimes I curl my eyelashes. Today I didn't. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. But this is it. Lash Blast Volume here. It's like $6 for me.
Yeah, get it at any like grocery store.
Yeah, I love it. It lasts a long
But only at a fall. They only shop at a Fallen World grocery store. Okay, Fallen World only, y'all.
time, and it is my go-to for the lashes. So this next product I use is something that a lot of you won't have to use because you may have eyebrows that actually show. For me, they're kind of invisible when I don't have makeup on, so I need to enhance them. So it kind of like, I feel like eyebrows kind of frame the face, and when they're not there.
Cover girl, meaning cover herself in the Lord. Amen, Simon.
They're in your forehead, just kind of goes like, so I really like using, this is an eyeshadow. It's a L'Oreal, kind of a light brown eyeshadow, and I just use like a little eyeshadow brush, and I take this and I literally just do a little bit on each of my eyebrows to kind of fill them in and highlight them, and it kind of frames my face. Yeah, so if you're, and I didn't do this for a while, and once I started doing it, it made my face just look more proportionate. So if you're someone who suffers from invisible eyelashes like me.
But if God made you in his image, you're trying to say that his mold wasn't perfect? Put down the brush, Mary. Amen. Hallelujah.
Then this might be invisible eyebrows. Sorry. If that too, I don't have eyelashes either. Invisible eyebrows, then a product like this might be a good option. And the last product is, which we use more, but these are just a few of them, is the Revlon Matte Balm Lipstick. So these little lipsticks you can get.
Oh my God, it's a bomb.
Any grocery store, really, any drugstore. And I don't even know who introduced me to these, but I have these in multiple colors because they're cheap.
Not a gay man, that's for sure. Not a gay man.
They last forever, and they're just great. I have this exact one on right now. It's kind of a fun fall, wintry color, and you can add just a little bit to give your lips just a tiny bit of a pop, or you could add a lot, and it would be a little bit.
Looks like a dildo. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. It does. It's like one of those pocket purse models.
Darker, but I have these.
Takes the little AAA batteries.
Pretty much like most of the lipsticks that you see me wear are probably one of these Revlon Balm, whatever they're called, lipsticks. So if you're a lipstick person like I am, I'm much more of a lipstick person I think than you. If you're a lipstick person like me, then I would recommend checking them out because these have been super successful for my lips. Guys, we hope this video was fun and inspiring for you. And wherever you land when it comes to makeup, whether you believe it's God honoring for you or not, just remember, in scripture, we don't really see a black and white stance on this. So we each just need to pray individually and make a choice that we believe is going to best honor God with our appearance in a way that reflects holiness and purity. We hope giving you a peek.
Oh my God. 695 up likes. Down 5.1K. They, Lord, comments off. Girl, honey, bye. My God. 4 lies our raunch culture is feeding. How to wear makeup. 8 reasons we're not feminist. 6 guys you shouldn't date, court, or marry. What in the world?
Hey girls, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministry. I noticed that one of the magazines by the checkout counter, right where, I could see, little kids could see, anyone in the grocery store checking out could see, there was a magazine with a super seductive, raunchy picture on the front.
Raunchy? Who uses that word anymore?
I was thinking about it, I realized, wow, this type of image has become so normal in our culture today.
Look how normal they look in this one. The light's not as bright.
And it's not just
I
images
hope God hasn't left them.
We see that are so raunchy, for the average person to see. It's the music they play in clothes stores at the mall. It's the, we open up iTunes and the art cover on the front of it, like the iTunes library. It's just so raunchy. So what used to be, I think, so shocking.
Well, maybe don't go on iTunes.
Has now become normal. Raunchiness has kind of become the norm. So we want to share with you 4 lies about our raunch culture. So lie number 1 that our raunch culture is totally feeding all of us as girls and women is this, that embracing sensuality is liberating. We're taught as women, basically what Bethany said, like the magazines, the posters, the music, the popular music that we're hearing in movies, popular TV shows. We're taught as women, just through all of these different outlets, that to be sensual is actually very empowering for us as women, that to be sensual is very freeing and liberating. And so as women, we're fed these messages and we think, I'm going to embrace my sexual freedom. I'm going to show some more skin. I'm going to be as raunchy as I want. I'm going to live life to the fullest and embrace every bit of sexuality.
Honey, you couldn't cut it as a pop star, and now you're trying to get on YouTube being anti-everything. Get it together, Susie Q.
And sensuality that I want. But sadly, this message is a huge lie that is not God's best for women. But unfortunately, because it's so common, we as women as a whole are buying into this lie that sensuality is empowering.
Those brows are not empowering. Looking like Chuck E. Cheese.
Lie number 2. Having sex before marriage is a good thing. This one has become so popular. If you tell someone that you are saving sex for marriage, you are literally viewed as like old-fashioned, kind of crazy, like, whoa, where'd you come from?
That's not true. That's not true. I've never judged anybody. If somebody doesn't want to have relations, that's on them. That's what you want to believe, that you're being casted out for. Honey, you do you, boo, but don't try to control other people, okay? Get it together.
the 1700s. I mean, we're going way back. That is so not the thing anymore. Teen girls and young women are no longer taught in mainstream to save sex for marriage. We're taught now to have safe sex, to be safe and cautious in the way we go about it. But purity,
well, obviously, because you don't want people spreading diseases, bimbo twins.
Truly has become a thing of the past. And we are told by our culture that having sex before marriage, that's a good thing. Go for it. Just be safe about it. But that is a lie, and something we need to recognize as Christian girls, that is
You need to recognize that shade of lipstick's a little too hot. Okay, honey?
is not God's best for us. That is not his perfect plan. Having sex before marriage is not a good thing. Line number 3, there's nothing wrong with pornography. Sadly and shockingly enough, it used to be that way back in the day, women viewed pornography, and a lot of men viewed pornography, as a terrible and degrading thing for women. But now, sadly, and this is pretty shocking, some of the biggest pornography companies are actually run by women. And that is so sad. But what's even worse is this pornography boom in our culture today.
Mommy dearest, no premarital sex ever.
Has trickled down into mainstream society and has really become just a normal thing that people do in the privacy of their homes. And something that most people just view as normal, like, oh, hey, you do that, I do that too. It's not really a big deal. And it's even come to the point where, and this is so common, sexting pictures back and forth, you know, amongst teenagers and young people, just sending really horrible, basically pornographic images to each other between friends has become so normal.
Oh, yeah, the one on the left's guilty. You can look at the one on the left. Look at her, she's guilty.
Boom, and our
she's feeling the guilt about it.
Culture today is trickled down.
She sent her boyfriend a picture of her in a yellow Spanx.
Into mainstream society and has really become just a normal thing that people do in the privacy of their homes, and something that most people just view as normal, like, oh, hey, you do that, I do that too. It's not really a big deal. And it's even come to the point where, and this is so common, sexting pictures back and forth, you know, amongst teenagers and young
Somebody's guilty here, honey, and it don't take a rocket scientist.
Young people just sending really horrible, basically pornographic images to each other between friends has become so normal.
I wonder who's guilty.
Who's guilty? We don't even often view as a problem. But when we look at God's design and we see what he created sexting, when we see what he created.
God covers sexting in the Bible? Say what?
Nudity to be. It was designed to be enjoyed between a husband and wife within marriage only. And
I know,
Mr.
That, Mushroom. Really I'm so happy for her.
It's not us honoring God with our bodies and using our bodies or viewing other people's bodies in the way that God intended us to, with holiness and with purity and immorality. So pornography is very degrading to us as humans, as an act, and is an act that God does not want us to participate in, and it does not bring glory to him.
Amen to that, 100%.
Or Mary. I remember being a young girl.
Oh my God, what the hell? Marsha Brady, watch out.
And kind of thinking that every guy was probably pretty much amazing, and thinking that, oh, when I grow up, it'll be, you know, kind of easy to find like an awesome, godly guy. And I hit
an awesome, godly guy.
19, 20, and realized, you know what? There are a lot of really awesome, godly guys out there, but there are also a lot that are just not quite so awesome, just in their journey of life and spiritual journey, not quite where they need to be. And I have learned, we both had learned, you know, from back in the old days, back when you were young, and before.
They're in their 20s. They're talking about when they were young.
You met and married Zach. You've been in relationships. Yeah. I have been in relationships, and I realized that there are certain types of guys that I do not want to date, court, or marry. And we want to tell you about these guys that you shouldn't date, court, or marry. Okay, so guy number 1 that you shouldn't date, court, or marry is this: Mr. Talk. Mr. Talk is also known as Mr. Smooth. He's the guy that can say, he can talk the talk, but he might not necessarily be walking the walk. So for example, he might say, yeah, I love the Lord, I love going to church, I love getting involved, I love reading my Bible, but behind the scenes, he isn't actually really doing those things. He's not
I agree.
consistently going to church, and he's not consistently reading his Bible. Another example might be, he might say, I value purity. I love what God's word says about purity. I'm on board, I'm all about it. But then in the relationship, he's the one constantly, subtly tempting you to compromise, or he's compromising himself. So Mr.
It's like if Paris Hilton and Nikki, both of the Hilton sisters, were super hardcore Christians, this is it.
Talk is the guy that can say all the right things, but he isn't actually living the life to back it up. And talk is cheap. If you're just giving talk, but you're not
It's true. It's a Madonna song. Sorry.
action behind it,
Yeah.
then you need to be
Yeah.
very, very cautious of a
Yeah.
guy like that.
Yeah.
And guy number 2 is Mr. Anger. This is the
Yeah.
guy
Oh,
that gets like
angry.
set off by really small things. It might just be like, driving in a car and someone
And he punches you right in the face. Yeah, that's a bad one.
just barely comes in his other lane and he gets like blows
So
up
angry.
and gets really mad.
Yeah.
Or you say something like, hey, what about this? And then he's like, oh, why do you want to do that? It's a guy that just does not have control
Yeah.
of his temper, does not have control over his tongue and his mouth and what he's thinking.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we weren't doing that.
And it just, like a volcano, blows up. And I would caution you, be
Yeah, don't get with an abusive person. Yeah, that's a good tip, sister.
very, very careful with a guy like that. We have known some like that, and I personally would never date, court, or marry a Mr. Anger, and I would encourage you not to.
Mr.
either.
Anger.
And guy number 3 that you
No.
definitely shouldn't date, court, or marry is Mr. Struggle. Now, we all have our struggles in life,
Don't date a gay man. I think that's what she's about to say.
right? What we're talking about here with Mr. Struggle is a guy who's struggling with big things, and he always says, I'm trying, I'll do better next time, I promise I'm going to overcome this.
Michael, I found pictures of men under the mattress. You told me you were straight.
Sin. I promise I'm going to get better in this area. But as his track record continues, he never actually overcomes those struggles.
Yeah.
So, for example, maybe pornography, maybe irresponsible spending, maybe just not getting places on time ever, or really managing the relationships in his life or his responsibilities very well. He's just always struggling, but always telling you that he's going to do better, that he's going to get over it. So we
Totally.
highly caution you with a guy that's really struggling.
Yeah.
Because if you're the only accountability partner in this guy's life, if he's saying, I'm struggling, but I'm going to get over it, can you just help me? You need to help me. That is not a good setup.
Yeah.
This guy, if he's serious about overcoming his sin, he's going to make the steps and take the steps to go find an older, godlier man in his church who can hold him accountable.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's getting an older, stronger man to hold him accountable. Right behind the back alley of the YMCA.
And really get serious about helping him overcome his struggles. So we caution you, be very careful with a guy who is always struggling but never overcoming them.
Yeah.
And number 4 is Mr. Obsessed. And now I've been around guys who are like pretty much obsessed with me. They are, I'm basically like the most important.
If you don't take a seat, honey, you're right. You know why they're obsessed with you? Because they're Jesus freaks and they ain't never been close to a woman before. And that's the only reason.
Thing in their entire world. And you know what? Honestly, it is kind of flattering. And if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's who doesn't like a guy giving you like so much attention and just basically treating you like you're the queen of the entire world. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And of course, it's not wrong to be loved and cherished, but we're talking about a guy who is literally obsessed with you. Like you are even more important than God. You basically, as the girl, become the god of his life. And that is an idol. That is totally out of order. God needs to be the most important person in his life. So if you are around a
Honey, is he going to get God pregnant or you pregnant? Okay, someone's got to make a decision.
Mr. Obsessed, and you can tell that you are the most important person in his life.
He ain't trying to get into Jesus's pants, I can tell you that much. At least I hope not.
Really caution you, because this is someone that I would not date, court, or marry, despite how flattering it may seem. So I would just encourage you to be very careful around a Mr. Obsessed.
And guy number 5 is Mr. Pressure. Mr. Pressure is the guy who is always putting pressure on you to do things that maybe you know you shouldn't do, areas of compromise where you're like, I'm not really sure if that's the right thing. He's like, come on, just do it. It's not a big deal. Mr. Pressures are everywhere, and we've talked to girls who feel that pressure in a relationship, and they actually feel like if they don't give in to what this guy wants, then he's going to leave them. That in order to sustain the relationship, they basically have to do everything he wants them to do. And girls, that is not a healthy relationship. That is not a guy that's caring about you more than he's caring about himself. Mr. Pressure cares more about himself. He wants to get what he wants, and he wants you to help him get that. He doesn't care as much about honoring God and pushing you closer to the Lord. So we highly caution you against dating, courting, or even marrying a Mr. Pressure. And guy number 6 is Mr. Unsaved. Now, this is the type of guy. He's cute, he's gentlemanly, he's nice, he's charming, he has like the package deal. Except one problem: he's not a Christian. He is Mr. Unsaved. And now, girls, I don't
You find the best man, but he's not Christian, and now you don't want him?
care how cute he is. I don't care if he's literally like the hottest thing that you've ever seen in your entire life. The best muscles, whatever it is, you are just like dropping down in his presence. If he is not a Christian, the Bible makes it very clear that you should not marry him. So this is not like a, well, maybe he's really nice. I mean, but what if he comes to church with me? No. If this guy is not a Christian, if he is a Mr. Unsaved, there's no compromising here. This is an automatic no. And the Bible makes that very, very clear. So Mr. Unsaved is someone that you should never, under
Well,
any
honey,
circumstance,
that leaves the options open for the rest of us.
no matter what, date, court, or marry. So there you have it. The 6 guys that we want to really caution you against dating, courting, or marrying. Now, girls, we also understand that there's a wide variety of issues out there, right? There's a lot more
These girls are crazy. These girls are crazy. 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 Crazy.
Expresses with paint and canvas, we express with makeup and a smooth,
we just watched a video on
clean
this.
complexion. That's really what makeup is all about. Using color.
No, it's not. Makeup's about godliness. We watched a video on it.
Contrast, shadow, harmony, and texture in a way that before or after foundation, or both. And then
they're only using young people. Let's see what Travis has got on his YouTube. The SC State Dance Shag.
Immediate advanced phase of the shag dance.
Say what? What is this? It's got 109 views.
In working on our shag steps, I'd like to give you a little background on the shag dance itself. Most people are in agreement that the origin of the shag started around the Ocean Drive area near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Also, most people feel like the shag is an outgrowth.
I feel like I just found something like The Ring, and I'm watching it with you girls, and they're going to be calling us in 7 days. This only has 109 views.
Today we have many variations of the shag. We have a smooth style of shag, which is the Ocean Drive style shag, and that's the type of shag we'll be teaching in this particular video. But you'll also see people doing what we call the college bob, which is more of a bouncing style of shag, where the Ocean Drive style shag is very smooth. And one thing we're not going to do as much repetition. Okay, so right now the weight's primarily on the man's right, ladies' left.
Is this lady being held against her will?
Back, ladies, you're going to bring your right foot halfway back. By halfway back, I mean half the distance of the other foot. Okay? Close to the relationship of your arms. First of all, you do have a shag grip, just like in tennis. 6. 1, touch. 3 and 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's define that touch. When we go to 1,
good touch, bad touch. Good touch, bad.
Man's left, ladies' right. As we always said, the man always starts out with his left, the ladies always start with their right. On touch, there's no weight on that foot.
Is that Hillary Rodham Clinton from the 90s? I'm so confused.
Okay, and we will move it to the... We got to dance.
Hillary, is that Hillary?
The end of 6, when we go from 5, 6, 1 and 2. So right after 6, you go into your 1 and 2. All right, let's try a couple together. Okay? 5, 6, 1, touch. 3 and 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. If you feel a lot of strain at the end of 6, watch it one time, watch. 1 and 2. When you get to 2, you're going to push off your back foot. When you do, guys, you're going to turn off your right shoulder. Ladies, you're going to turn off
if you're doing a video where you're training somebody through the video, get a dancer that knows what's going on, because this lady's asking the other person, is this right?
Left. And if you forget which way to turn, Teresa always tells the ladies, put your hand on that shoulder.
I don't think Teresa is a dancer. I think you picked her up off a street corner and said, hey, can I pay you $20 to be in a video? She's asking the person if it's right. She don't even know what to do. Look. She don't even know where to find it.
If you forget which way to turn, Teresa always tells the ladies, put your hand on that shoulder.
I don't think Teresa knows, honey.
So we're going to push off our back foot and turn. When we turn, we're going to end up in the 3 position of our basic. And we'll just complete our basic. 3 and 4, 5, 6. So let's get good going in this direction, Teresa. 5, 6. 1 and 2. You're going to turn. 3
Where's the
and
music?
5, 6. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5, 6. 1 and 2. Guys are doing the basic. Ladies are doing the turn. Guys are switching over to the right hand. Then you bring it back forward. And you bring it back to your left hand. One critical thing probably with...
You know who he looks like? He looks like, what's that actor from the Bodyguard movie, Whitney Houston? You know what I'm talking about?
The ladies, you're coming back on your 1 and 2. You want...
In the world? Kevin Costner, like a Wish.com Kevin Costner.
Signals to let their partner know they're going to go into a certain movement. move one more time. A catcher giving signals to a pitcher. Or you can just verbally say it. If you verbally are going to call a movement, when it's the
shagging in South Carolina.
At the beginning of a basis. All right? Okay, let's count that out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, that was very bizarre. That was very bizarre. Very bizarre. Let's see. Let's see what else Travis has. And this is Travis Wagner on YouTube. He's uploaded some of these VHSs. Distant Education, The Phonics Game, How to Build a Pond, Breathing is Easy. Oh, Christmas at Biltmore Estate. I love Biltmore Estates. I love Biltmore Estates. I wish I was a billionaire and I'd buy that house, Annie. Wouldn't that be a beautiful house for me to own? And y'all would all be jealous of me. And I'd take Instagram photos of it, showing you girls that I'm loving it. Taking the stand for kids who testify. The world. What every woman should know about estrogen. Well, I mean, mine's gone with now, honey. Once you reach that age, it's over with. Teens in crisis relationships. Governors discuss merit raises. Teens in crisis with friends. The March to Israel. The Parables. Adventure of the Prayer Bear. What? Say what? The Day in the Life of Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Good night, Siren, honey.
And if in kindergarten I can send them off with a successful feeling, then I...
Oh, that's weird. A bear who does a prayer on video.
That's
What in the world? Say what?
Uh-oh. Look out for the...
Oh my God. What is going on?
Oh, good morning. How'd you sleep?
Prayer bear woke me up.
The prayer bear.
It's time to get up. Time to sing. Time
Is it Chucky? Is this baby Oopsie?
When I wake up in the morning and I'm wondering what time it is, it's time to pray. When I'm looking at the sunrise and I'm thanking God because I'm His, it's time to pray. It's not hard to give the Lord so much attention.
Maddie says this is Snuggles' estranged brother.
When I know He loves me so, and did I mention it's time to pray? It's time to pray.
Tina!
I love to talk to
Bring me the ark!
any time of day, no matter what I'm doing or what the clock may say. If you ask me,
what time is it?
It's time to pray.
some forget to pray until there's trouble.
Till there's trouble.
Then on the double.
On the double.
They
forget again.
God is always there to help.
Oh my God, he's high as a kite. He's been praying to the wacky tobacco. Oh my God, that bear is high. Jesus.
He will be near us when we talk to Him.
Come on. Everybody, come on. It's time to pray. It's time to pray. It doesn't matter if you're pooping, you need to pray it away.
No matter what I'm doing or what the clock may say.
Oh, hit it, honey.
If you ask me,
what
time is it? It's time to pray.
Anyone else? No one else is coming?
We can't do this all by ourselves. We need help.
Well, let's pray. Maybe God will send us a whole bunch of angels.
Yeah, right. Dear God, please send
Or Angel Soft. Right.
us a whole bunch of angels to help decorate for our... The meanie?
Did you ever stop to think that there might be things going on in her life that we don't know anything about? Maybe we should give her another chance.
Imagination.
God has a great imagination. Just take a look at him.
What the hell is happening?
I know that he wants me and
Ma'am, why is this happening in a buffet? Ma'am, I just came to the Golden Corral to eat. Why is this happening? Why is this happening in this buffet?
to imagine all the wonderful things that he can do.
And if someday you're 103,
May you still see things that a kid can see.
What in the world? Is she controlling all this? Oh my God, they're running a sweatshop. This is a Foxconn factory.
Raised almost
You get them to learn how to build and assemble an iPhone with songs.
$500.
I'm so proud of you, honey.
Mommy needs that money to go buy crack.
Great,
Thanks, Mom.
I'm proud of all of you.
Thanks, Mrs. Green.
That's right.
And wasn't that ice cream delicious?
Yeah, that
Never
was.
had that flavor before.
No.
well, I couldn't decide between Tutti Frutti and Spumoni, so I mixed them together.
Oh my goodness, baby. Oopsie. Bobby says the meth lab. Shelley Duvall? Is that you? Everybody, welcome to the stage, Shelley Duvall.
Mom? Sweeney the Meanie's got a mom?
She's been estranged.
Program was wonderful.
Mama June, get your child. It's Mama June.
Everyone, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Mom. Did Dad come?
No. He had some things he needed to do.
He's still in prison.
So ready? Can we go?
Yeah, sure.
She's
Let me
kidnapping the
Mr.
child.
Green,
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you for letting me, you know.
Build a meth lab? Build a meth lab.
No trouble, Samantha. And thank you.
Is this an episode of Roseanne? Why is that young girl in blackface? I'm just playing. Mr. Steve Green. So she didn't watch her daughter put on that performance.
I'm glad you came.
But you know we couldn't let you come because we had an open buffet and we were scared. You know what happened last time.
Goodbye.
Well, this would be a good time to pray and thank the Lord for a great concert.
How many times? You've already prayed. The whole concert was a prayer.
Lord, we just want to thank you for a fun and exciting evening. And I especially
Oh my God, Donnie says this is the woman from the Criminally Insane after she murdered all those people.
want to thank you for the kids who worked so hard on this program. And for all our friends who came out to support this cause.
Does her dress ever end?
We pray that the money will be used to buy just the right car for the missionaries.
Honey, you ain't gonna get much of a car for $500.
Thank you, Father, for this day. In Jesus' name to you I pray.
Okay, now I feel like we're watching The Grinch Stole Christmas. Now get it together.
Thank you for my family.
Family.
The love they give
To me.
God bless Mama. God bless Dad. God bless all the friends.
That is the Troll 2 kid, Joanne. That's who that kitty is. That is who that is. That is who that is. She's gonna get electrocuted.
Don't know you yet. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Y'all have prayed 1,000 times. Now you're like, are you dying? Why is he saying that?
I pray the Lord my soul to keep. May angels watch me through the night and wake me with the morning light.
Get out of the closet, Michael. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Okay, time for bed.
Oh, that door, that window should not be open near that that bed. They could roll that out.
We sure had a great day.
Yeah. Like, when is the limit of letting the soul-infested bear sleep in the bed with the child? Like, where's the cutoff time? Because y'all have had that bear for 30 years, okay? I'm just saying, there's got to be, like, we've got to have a limit. You know, like, come on now.
And we learned a lot about when to pray.
We can pray whenever we want. Right, Dad?
Yeah, y'all been doing that this whole show.
You're right.
Like when we're scared or worried.
Or lost or angry.
Or sad or happy.
Or when we're tempted to do something wrong.
That's right. We can pray anytime we want.
For sure, every day.
Yeah, we get it. You've beat it into us.
You're right, Prayer Bear. Well, guys, it's time to go to sleep. Okay. Good night, Josiah.
And I said, let's pray one more time.
Oh. Good night, Prayer Bear.
We just pray every minute, and I'm loving every minute of it. Don't you do it.
Well, sure hope you...
Don't you do it.
Night. Well, sure hope you enjoyed your visit. Will you come and see me again? Real soon? Great.
Ah.
We'll have another exciting adventure, okay?
That sounded weird.
Keep praying.
Oh my God, is that it? They really uploaded this Travis guy really uploaded the whole VHS. The app they transferred the soul is complaint. They transferred the soul. It is very complaint. It's complaint now. Okay, what is this? This is about witches. Wow. Wow. Wow.
From the dawn of discovery
So it was a witch that took down Hindenburg.
to the nightfall of catastrophe. Journey to a universe of the unexplained, the unforeseen,
Oh my God.
the unbelievable. A place beyond reality where no questions
Wow.
go unanswered. A place where myth and legend are law, superstition a science.
Secrets of the Unknown. Starring Edward Mulhall. Executive producer Craig Hefner. Hugh Hefner's brother. Wow. Oh, I I know
It's
him.
time for our journey to begin. You stand at the crossroads between superstition and reality. You are...
If Prayer Bear's in this, I'm out, Betty says.
What?
Knowledge surrounds these library walls, and with these instruments, that knowledge can be ours.
Witches. All information access cleared for playback.
When some of us imagine a witch, we think of a cloaked hag huddled over a boiling pot filled with unspeakable ingredients.
Get to it. Engage.
There
Historical.
are 4 basic kinds of witches: hereditary, traditional, Gardnerian, and Alexandrian. Hereditary witches have kept the traditions of magic alive through their families
Who
for
knew there were that many types of bitches? I mean witches. I'm sorry.
thousands of years, quietly behind closed doors. Traditional witches pay close attention to preserving historical rituals from Europe, though they can be found the world over.
Honey, can you get to it? I want to see. I thought they were going to show the
Candle.
witches.
Or you'd make up a little herb. There's so much energy and love that goes around, that comes out of the voices, and even those of us who can't carry a tune to save our life sound great. And you feel
Honey, these are lesbians. These are not witches.
that love there in yourself and in your friends. That's what singing does.
Could you imagine jogging somewhere or walking in a forest and all of a sudden you come across people doing this? Honey, I'm calling 911.
For me, anyway.
I hope everybody used deodorant. I'm pretty sure they didn't, though. It smells like a library between there.
These arcane ceremonies can take on many different forms, but they all share one thing in common.
Is that crack?
Symbolic
Is
magic
that a rock?
achieved by archaic ritual, empowered by modern-day belief.
The idea of sympathetic magic is that like attracts like, so that, like in our society, we think of money as being green. If you want to draw money to you, you would use a green candle.
Okay.
Or you'd make up a little.
All right, everybody. I'm lighting a green candle. Get those credit cards out and super chats ready. Green.
Herbal amulet of herbs that are associated with the monetary planets like Jupiter or something like that. And you'd put
I hope she don't say the planet Pluto.
those herbs together.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're doing this in a park. Honey, honey, could you imagine if this is a bunch of black people doing this? Honey, the cops would be called so much, so quick. You talk about white privilege, honey. This is white privilege, y'all.
Monetary planets like Jupiter or something like that. And
could you imagine if this is the black people out in the park doing this with a knife and some white powder on that? Baby, cops would be called so quick.
Put those herbs together and sew them up into a green sack that you would carry with you, and that kind of thing.
Some modern-day witches argue that ritual needs to adapt to the times, to take on a more contemporary guise. But as in anything, tradition is hard to cast aside. And to some people...
Donnie, thank you, honey.
The rewards are worth the risks of ridicule.
Oh my God, this candle works.
It's something that brings out the best in me. It's really hard to describe.
You got
how I feel in a circle, how I feel afterwards. It's kind of like runner's high.
Runner's high. Well, that's what it is. You're just high on endorphins, honey.
Through the hands joined together.
The old ways die hard. Some of the symbols and ceremonies associated with witchcraft have survived.
The women's rights movement, and because of this, it's become very, very popular.
We are people, we are families, we are men and women. And
you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Children. The misconceptions go on and on and on, and Of course, we take responsibility for that.
On and
that's
on
what we
and
are
round
trying
and
to do now,
round
help
and
people to
round.
understand us so that we are not the disposal for the ills of the earth. Because if they're looking for evil in us, they're looking in the wrong place.
Wow.
These men and women who can so easily sail into the mystic world are not to be feared. They are to be understood, for they may have knowledge that can benefit us all.
No, honey, I don't think so. It's just a guess, but I'm thinking probably not. But, you know, hey, each to their own. You know, if you want to, you know, dabble parabble into the, you know, oopsie doopsie, then, you know, more power to you, honey. More power to you. I'm just saying. I don't think so. All right, let's see. Warranty, teamwork, who am I now? Facts, fibs, and oh, no, we can't watch that. We can't watch this about. I ain't doing that. No, ma'am, not here, not today. Let's see, we'll do one more for the road. One more for the road. Let's see, it might be the one I picked. Power of choice. Oh my God, the power of choice, depression and suicide. That's kind of, you know, they learn. Trolley radio. Diabetes. Oh, this channel's a gold mine. We're going to have to revisit this. We're going to have to revisit this, y'all. Oh, God, you remember tracking, y'all? You remember tracking? Oh, the days.
Check this out, okay? Like,
what?
Recently, he visited students at 26 high schools across the U.S. Mike the comedian warmed them up, and Mike the counselor challenged them to examine.
Mike needs a bath.
Examine the ways they make choices in their lives. As usual, Pritchard found that the shortest distance between two people is a good laugh.
Is it just me? I mean, everybody looks older back then in school. You know what I mean? Now you see people graduate and they still look like children.
I see my kids on the street now that I've had on probation. They make me feel great, you know. Preach! Listen to me, Big Mike. I swear to God, preach. I quit it all. Nada más. No more armed robberies. No more auto posting. No more burglaries, dude. Because you're right, preach. I'm going to wind up in prison, dude. And I'll tell you something, Mike. I do not want to go to prison. But you know, it's like...
Is this supposed to be Chichi Rodriguez?
Check this out, okay? Like... You know, like every once in a while, I like to go into 7-Eleven market like late at night and walk up to the dude and go, "Are you the only one working tonight?"
Where's the joke?
I've always loved those moments, those silly moments of life that you get to laugh. We had a lineup one time and all the kids were all lined up and accidentally the victim of the crime walked past the door, the person who had been robbed.
Was the joke that it was a Mexican person being profiled to being a robber? Was that the joke? Did I miss something?
And the kid jumps out of the lineup and goes,
Vanessa, if you'll put the videos that you want me to react to, honey, put them in the Discord and the ideas page, and I'll get to them Friday.
"Well, I did. Well, I remember her. She's the one I robbed over." And I go, "Shut up, stupid. She picks you out of the lineup. You don't pick her out of the lineup." "Oh, I'm totally toasted, dude." Oh, yeah, well.
Everybody looks so old in this audience.
Oh. Not.
God, even the high schooler, you know what I mean? Look at them.
Sometimes it scares me, you know, they get crazy. And I had a kid on PCP, the worst drug in the world. This drug is an elephant tranquilizer. And these guys smoke this stuff. And I was like, man, no way. These guys are...
They probably smoked it because your jokes were falling a little flat, hadn't they?
He was in his cell, on his bunk with 2 pens in his hand, screaming at me. "Come on in here, punk. I will jab your eye out. You think you're bad, dude?"
So, yeah. Okay, like, this is a little bit much, honey. Like, all the bad people so far are Mexican. Come on, honey.
"Dude, I will jab your eye. You'll take your eye home in a piece of cotton, punk. And I went, whoa.
This guy is horrible.
I got 2 blankets and a mattress.
I bet you Ronnie Reagan funded this.
Wrapped the blankets around my arms and went in with
The
a mattress.
damn.
This is what they call standard operational procedure for crisis intervention. I call it protecting my fat rear end. So I went in there and he was like jabbing at me. You don't want to stab me. I'm your favorite friend in the whole world.
What? This is, oh my God, this is so bad. This is horrible, honey.
This guy's always looking at me like King Kong looking at Fay Ray. Man, your elevator don't go to the top floor, dude. Somebody blew the dots off your dice a long time ago.
If you close your eyes, you can picture, you know, the housekeeper in Birdcage.
Working at juvenile hall, I was constantly coming in contact with kids who were strung out on alcohol and drugs. And I learned that when people abuse alcohol and drugs, that doesn't just affect...
I love how he's not classifying alcohol as a drug. He says alcohol and drugs. Funny, isn't it?
them.
Wonder who helped
It
pay
has a
for
big
this.
impact on their family and friends as well. Often when I sit down with...
Completely. When a person is that wrapped up with their drugs and what they're doing, they don't pay attention to anybody else. They're on a plane. They've got one thing in front of them, their vision, their drug. That's what they're going for, and that's all they think about.
I mean, nobody's stuffing cocaine down your throat. Yeah. You're taking it yourself. So I mean, if you really want...
Is this the kid that tries to sell you the Dale back in the day, you know? Dude, you're getting a Dale.
Want to stop, you just have to stop,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm a very strong believer that if somebody's got a problem, you can't just say, oh, well, you're just a screw up and just leave you like that. You know, I really do feel that if somebody sticks their hand out there, you know, for help, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna grab it.
You can't change anyone. It doesn't matter. You can sit there, you can cry.
She's wearing Freddy Krueger wow.
You can scream, you can throw the bottles back at them when they throw them at you, and it's not going to do anything.
Just don't give up on the person. Just, I mean, because if you give up.
Is that her knee? Oh my God, she's got a bony knee.
That person's already given up on themselves.
She could impale somebody with that.
One of my friends,
Jesus.
he was a good friend of mine like 4 years ago, and then he started smoking pot and stuff, and that was fine because it didn't really hurt our friendship. But then he got into acid.
He must have money. Oh my God, what in the name of Jesus? What is this man wearing? What is this man wearing? It's like he ironed with the blinds. Sir, did the blinds melt onto your clothes?
Oh.
Are we on acid now?
And all of a sudden we just started drifting apart, and I was like,
She looks like she's already bedazzled.
like, hey, you know, you want to go out and do something? He's like, no, I'm gonna drop some acid. And I was like, well, you know, I'm not too into that. And he's like, well, you know, fine, whatever. And so finally, you know, we just totally broke off until one day when he got some bad acid and freaked out and like had to be taken to the hospital. And it finally took that much for him to see what was going on, because by that time he'd done like 40 or 50 hits of acid, which...
Well, he has a lot of money.
Stop him.
Is he going to tell a joke?
I'm going to throw you a case here, and you're going to help me out.
Oh my God. Did he just roll out of the rehab here? What is going on?
All right, I want to get into a hypothetical situation here. You know, tell their parents? No, wait. Tell their parents?
I would tell their parents, yes.
You would tell their parents?
I would tell their parents. I would tell them.
Why don't we all talk at once?
I've got a friend that was in really deep trouble like that. And my other friend, and we called their parents and tried to let them know about it.
And what happened?
Well, they tried to get her help, and she's not on drugs anymore.
They feel like
to show the person the reason.
I
had a friend that I really liked a whole lot, and I knew that he did drugs, and I knew, well, cocaine or whatever, and but I left it alone. I said, it's not my problem. If he feels like this is what he wants to do, let him do it. Now I wish I had said something.
Is that rest in peace? Is that my girl with her white diamonds? Is that the one and only?
Cocaine is such a blind thing.
You know my girl that sells the white diamonds. Rest in peace. It looks like her, doesn't it?
It's more or less.
I can't thank you.
Cocaine becomes your best friend. You know, someone else on the.
Like if you like Liz Taylor, like if Liz Taylor got a bad nose job, you know. Maybe it's like Les Taylor, you know, in the pornographic film or something.
The outside, it's interfering with your habit.
Thank you.
It's interfering with what you're doing, and they become the enemy.
You know, what if one of your friends got hooked on cocaine? What do you...
Ben, you think this is anymore?
He's an alcoholic. Together. His father did not really like the fact that what his what was going on. I tried talking to him.
A friend out of control.
I need more jokes.
But I mean, what can I do? I've talked to him about it. It's just like he doesn't hear what I'm saying.
You don't talk to somebody when they have an addiction. You do stand-up comedy. Have we not learned anything?
Well, I tried to talk to him, but, you know, it's...
Why does his shirt keep changing to different shots?
It's their choice. They have to make their own choice. And, I mean, he told
I love how this person at the bottom just passed down. Wonder what they took.
me that himself.
Like Adam said, I think you said something like the kid, somebody else got him on drugs. Well, if you knew that person first, I don't believe that base personality went away. So just maybe even to make yourself feel better, if you bring them to a help center, they might not get cured, but your conscience is better. You help them. You showed them that there is a way out. If they didn't take it, that's fine, because I believe they do need to change their life.
But if they don't, then what are you going to say? You can either lock him up and lock him up and take him out of
Lock him
in a straitjacket, or, you know, that you can hope that they'll deal with it themselves, which is better.
You cannot deal with an addiction like that by yourself.
Because
I don't think
when
you
it's
can. You need help. You have to make the
Say it again.
choice. You need help if you have an addiction to anything. Outside help, not from inside.
Is this monster starring the one and only? Is this you, honey? Doesn't she look like the lady, the serial killer lady that was, you know, the movie Monster?
Inside and from outside. Yeah.
Okay,
no matter what.
Yeah,
but it has to come from inside first, right? But you need outside, right?
And I had a very, very close friend of mine.
Okay, obviously there's no more jokes because I'm not seeing him do any more stand-up routine.
I felt less than him, or like it was my fault that he was doing this, because if you know if I took guard.
Oh, finally. Here we go.
Not be able to control another person's drug or alcohol use, but you can choose how you yourself deal with it. And in this life, you can make good choices or you can make rotten choices, but you'll always have the power of choice. God bless you guys. Thanks.
Amen. Amen. What a way to go out. What a way to go out. You know what I'm saying? Ending on a high note. Oh, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. All right, everybody. Thank you again, Donnie, for that super chat, honey. I had fun hanging out with you girls. Again, like I said, if anybody has any more requests, oh, Jeff, I'll play your video Friday. Well, I think, I don't know, Viral Hawk, they send a lot of DCMAs and like instant ones that'll take down the stream. I'll have to test that one you sent me, because I know Viral Hog, honey, will send a DCMA faster than I can say Maybelline tampons. But anyways, girls, if y'all have anything you want to share, like Vanessa, you were talking about the Chuck E. Cheese stuff, throw it in the ideas chat in the Discord, honey. Twitch tonight. Let me go make me some tea and I'll jump on Twitch. I will jump on Twitch and we can play some Fortnite, some rounds of Fortnite if you want anime. All right, everybody. Thanks again for all the love, the likes, the shares, using your grandmother's computer, logging into the library, maybe sending out some emails. Everybody's working from home. Maybe you could send out some emails to my channel, getting your work people to subscribe, clients, customers, flyers, bathroom stalls, Sharpies in bathroom stalls on the walls, and stuff like that. All right, everybody. See you Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to share anything, like I said, send it to me on my Discord, on our Discord, I'm sorry. And Maddie, I'm going to Twitch, girls. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Loves and hugs, all right? And remember, stay prayed up, honey. And for all my ladies out there, or my gentlemen, if you're wearing makeup, please do it in a godly manner. Please. If you're going to paint your face, do it with godly intentions. All right, everybody. Bye. Ba-do-ba-ba-doo, ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-do-ba-ba-doo, ba-da-da-da.